Welcome back to United Gamers Authority. I'm Shade Hunter, and today we're back in Sunkenland. I want to show you what I've been up to, mainly just gathering resources. And like I said, this time we're going to have a little bit of a base built, and we've got our little paddle boat there that we saw last time, and now we have a dock and a little bit of a base here. We actually have 4 walls. We were just attacked again. We've been attacked quite a few times. We need to definitely get in the way of defenses, but we have a little bit of room here to maneuver. We have an upstairs, and this will actually probably end up being a couple more stories on top of this, but I do want to have different sections off each side for different things, so that will come later. But right now, the big thing that I wanted to show you guys is how the research works later on. Now, I probably won't show how to upgrade it again, but this is the upgrading step. I also went ahead and got the rest of the research done. I made myself the armor. It's pretty easy to go step by step through this stuff. Leather you find in leather couches, or you can trade for it at the traders, so pretty easy to find, and it's some decent armor. It looks ridiculous, but it helps in the beginning. So we've got that. We have the bows and the tools. I did make me some diving fins, and I will show that in the next couple of episodes. I'll show you where you can find the marlins. They always swim around in groups of 3, and each marlin drops 1 of the fish skin here, so they're pretty easy. You just got to know how to go about it. I'll show you that in a couple of episodes, but I needed the fins to go quickly. I did also make me a sack. The sack actually only adds 1 row. Later on we'll get a backpack that adds a whole bunch on here, and it makes it a lot easier to scavenge. I also researched the herbal medicine. I had to, because we had so much food. I was so proud of myself because of all the food I had stocked up, and then I ended up having to eat it all because I was dying from the attack. So research. There's 4 tiers. You go from tier 1 to tier 2, and then you have to unlock it. You're going to need 25 scrap, 25 wood, 20 rubber, and 15 components. The rubber I actually traded for at the trader, but the rubber you'll find in cars sometimes, trucks, piles of tires, that kind of thing. So keep an eye out for that and save it like crazy. You're going to need a lot of it later on. And then 15 components. And then, of course, you can see what each level requires after that, and it gets more and more in depth. So we're going to unlock tier 2, and this is where things are going to get really nice. I definitely want to get the marker flag, because if you mark an island that's owned by an enemy, they can't respawn on it. They don't get it back. Another thing is the furnace and anvil. Those are going to be huge, specifically so that we can upgrade our foundations on the base here. The wooden sailboat's okay. I will be building it and showing you guys how that works, but I probably won't use it very much. And then down here we get combat armor, which is going to take more of the marlin skin and the cloth to research. Combat knee pads. The backpack is nice. A shark skin it's not as hard to get as you would think. The packing box is amazing. I'm actually going to show you guys packing box right now while I've got you here. It's super easy. You just actually put the wood in your inventory, research it, then I believe it's in your inventory under tools. Yeah, right here, packing box. You craft it, you keep it on here, and when we demolished stuff before, we lost materials, but with the packing box, you look at something and then you right click and then you pack it up, and then the whole thing is in your inventory. Then you can move it. Come on. get that out of my inventory. Oh, use. Okay, you right click on it to use it. That it was different before. And then you can move it to somewhere else, and then you don't lose the materials that you had in it. So there is that. And then there's also a better air tank. There's all kinds of things that you can make, but a lot of it's going to require the iron. So I would suggest the first thing you research is the furnace and the anvil. Well, that packing box helps you move stuff around, but furnace and anvil, definitely huge things. So I will be researching the furnace and then gathering more materials and melting down, because it takes a long time to melt it down. And when we come back next time, I will probably have a bunch of the iron ready to go for us to do a bunch of cool stuff, like actually upgrade our foundations to these reinforced ones. I'm hoping that those look different rather than those 4 posts underneath, but we'll see. But definitely want that for stability. Thank you all for coming. Really do appreciate it. If any of this was remotely helpful, please hit the like button. If you want to see more, hit the subscribe button, and I'll catch you on the flip side. Later.